Greetings all, it's Blue Knight, and welcome back to Persona 3 FES. Previously, we took care our 2-for-1 trip in Tartarus by taking on the second pack of Guardians in the Adama block, the Cardinal Snakes, which weren't that difficult to deal with than the Noble Seekers. The Seekers were definitely the tougher of the two to eliminate. But with the first two Guardians taken care of, we're gonna exit Tartarus for today and return to do some social league business in our normal lives. Thank goodness we only have just one request to take care of that's Adama related, so I don't have to focus on requests any harder now that I used to. As winter vacation continues. After that huge trip last night, we've earned that rest more deserving than so. That's what I'm trying to say. So since it is the second day of the new year, let's see what everyone else is doing before we go downstairs. Actually, go outside, not go downstairs. Going downstairs is where everyone will be, most likely. Yeah, sure enough, the whole gang's here. I saw a news report about that cult. They've become big so quickly. Wait, a cult? This is the first I've heard of such a thing. I guess that mysterious cult put posters up all over town, but they haven't done anything since then. Not that that's a bad thing. It's just a little unnerving. I think we may have missed something after we were watching news before we went to Tartarus last night. If you believe, you will be saved. What a joke. Who would buy that? Well, whoever this cult is, they're not making matters any easier for the news media, I can assure you that. I wonder how much they will affect the city. I'm really worried. Have you seen the headlines? You know the one saying mysterious cult in town, the end is near? It must be because of Nyx. Ah. I guess that explains it. Like I said, I think. I don't really think that makes a lot of sense. The mantra is, you believe you'll be saved. Ridiculous, isn't it? We'll need to keep our guards up. The public seems to be fooled by these words. Well, if the fall is affecting the public more than we think, then they must be behind this whole cult thing, like Yukari said. Concentrating on the paint and posters all over town. Since all the materials share similar designs, police believe they're the work of one culprit. Well, now, as if apathy syndrome wasn't the only thing that's been ravaging the headlines of TV, now we got this whole cult thing to deal with. They might be the ones behind this marking we've been seeing all over town, as well as these posters. We have no explanation of those things until now, so that would be the only logical explanation. So I'm gonna head to Palladium Mall to sell off some stuff at the police station first, before we go spend time with Nozomi, since he's the only social league we can spend time on Mondays through Saturdays. Figured I'd show what's available in the police station now, since the last full moon did pass by. So we got this two-handed sword. And we also got this, the Damascus Rapier. I did buy that for myself. As a matter of fact, the only things I did buy in terms of equipment were all for me. Got a new bow, a bow available, a new spear, another axe. I did get that in Tartarus, but I lost it after I died, so I haven't come across that since. We got this Maximus Sniper. We did give Aegis the railgun recently, so I don't think I'm planning to get that anytime soon. I did get this in Tartarus though, Shadow Rend. That's for Koromaru. As for the armor, it's getting a lot more expensive now, a lot more than the weaponry. It's going into the 300,000 range now. There's a lot of stuff available for Aegis as well as for ourselves. Wait, where are the shoes? Ah, there they are. War God's boots, Ergo legs. I did buy that for Igus. I meant to buy a pair of these sandals for myself, but I bought these accidentally. But I will give those to Igus, so it's not much of an accident. And that's about all I'm getting for now. Actually, I'm gonna make a quick stop at the antique shop as well to see how many homunculus I can get. Because we came across quite a few enemies that did use the light and dark spells a lot. I think I'm in desperate need of getting more homunculus now. Ah, I feel much better with that. 9 homunculus to our name. I usually have a lot of those stacked up at this point in the game. But coming across the plethora of light and dark spells we did back in Tartarus last night, that was really surprising. But at least I'm prepared to take on any other foe that does have those skills now. In unrelated news, we gotta spend some time with Nozomi again, because he's the only social lead that's available on Mondays through Saturdays during our break. We're heading to Wild Duck Burger again. Let's see what kind of mission we can get up to this time with Nozomi. Actually, I think it's the first time we've been to Wild Duck Burger with Nozomi. We've been everywhere else that I kind of assumed we've been here before. So tell me a secret, so... Okay. Oh, great. He knows about the fall. He knows about Nyx. Somehow this guy's a Persona user too. I wouldn't be surprised at this point. We'll be recreating it. There will be a new land called Paradise. Okay, we brought this up the last time we met him. Hope that wasn't too freaky. I'm gonna freak out. Wipe the face off of... Kind of overreacted with these answers. Well, fortunately, this one, as far as I'm aware, does give the most points, so... I guess we'll overreact. Shh, Makoto! Keep it down! At least we got the most points out of him, though. Seems to be enjoying it, though. I told you it was a secret! We can't risk starting a panic. Well, it's been all over the TV news stages lately. It's not like there's a person in this town that doesn't know about this entire stuff now. Well, not the end of the world stuff, but all the other things have been going on, especially that cult. Reincarnate to another body? I don't want you to get stuck at the end of the world. That'd suck, right? So come with me to paradise. It's easy. Don't do it because you're obligated to the Gourmet King, alright? Because we're friends. He's more willing to open up. Well, at least he admits that he does care about us in his own weird way. But he does care about us nonetheless. I guess that's a good thing. I still don't like him a lot though, because he does seem to be a bit of a bad person if you ask me. I haven't forgot about that conversation he had with that guy in the suit about ripping off his elementary school child off some money. I think we could waive the initiation fee and just do the scripture and promise for about that much yen. He's lucky I am loaded thanks to my visits in Tartarus. But still, that's kind of a high fee to have. I'm not paying for that. Do you have any idea what you're saying? Yeah, I know what I'm saying, and I stand by it. I only wanted to share eternal happiness with you because I care about your soul. But do you care about my soul or about my money? I'm still gonna apologize to God for you. There he goes. Still holding his hamburger. That Nozomi. He's always cared about food in some way.
Sup, dude?
Hey, Junpei. Let's go to Charles. We were there last night. We made a lot of progress in there. I don't want to go back into that tower for a little while. I've had more than enough of my share of that place. I'm sure everyone's still going to be talking about this cult that's now popped up. So I'm going to go to my room and go to bed. It's late night. And we'll just go to bed. Go to sleep. We need the rest after that long visit in Tartarus, after all. And now it is Sunday. We all know what that means. Time to go visit Akinari once again. Where the vacation continues. Oh, that reminds me, I don't have a sun persona since I've used Quetzalcoatl away, so I'll have to get a sun type persona before I do go see Akinari. But before that, as always, we visit the TV to see what Tanaka has to offer. 4 salvation badges, one for every member of the household. But wait, we will also provide a set of 4 disaster-proof backpacks. Now how much would you pay? You may be surprised that it's fairly cheap, 29,800 yen. Await the apocalypse with no worries. And even Tanaka is getting all swept up about this whole end of the world thing that's going on. Nix must be affecting the public a lot more than we think. And they're completely sold out. Alright then. So we can't buy anything this week because all he sold was just apocalypse stuff. Yes, even he's gearing up for the possible coming of Nyx. Things are getting out of hand. Before the lots were here and there, but now it's just crazy. Many people have been affected by Nyx. I fear it may get even worse on the day of Nyx's revival. It's also astonishing that Nyx can affect an entire city. We're the only ones who can do something about it. We have to fight no matter what. It's not like I was gonna be running away when January 1st comes around. Of course we're gonna fight. It's been 3 days now. The weight has been lifted from our shoulders, but to be honest, I do feel a little regret. That can't be helped. It's human nature to wonder about the choice that was not chosen. That's true. People are always asking themselves, what if? But I don't want to have regrets. Because this is what I chose. I will stand beside you until the very end. Even though I only have this 1 month to spend with you, I will have no regrets. Don't talk like that, Aigis. Yukari, the chances we will beat Nyx are slim. That may be true, but there is a possibility. We must spend this month increasing our chances. Well, we can do that back in Tartarus. Since Adama does give up a lot of money now, I'm gonna make sure to get as much as I can in my visits from now on, because I want to get the latest equipment we can get in the police station now. This unidentified man would only repeat, the fall is deliverance. Man, this whole fall thing's getting worse and worse. Believe you'll be saved. Who would buy that? Only people who are in desperate need of hope, but they're taking that as the wrong kind of hope. Have you seen what that cult did? What a mess! Yeah, I have seen what the landscape is like these days. It's not pleasant. I heard that that cult had a meeting recently. And yada yada. Saw a news report about that cult. I think we'll head outside for today, but before we do, I want you to take a close listen to the music that is now presented when you go outside. I neglected to do this when we're on the 2nd of January, but this song, much like with this door music, is another one of my favorites. Memories of the City. Like I said, this is another of my favorite songs in this game. To be very honest, I've been looking forward to coming to January for a long time now in this game because this does present some of my favorite songs in this game's soundtrack. This one is it's so rich in its melancholy vibe, yet there's still that underlining line of hope that I do hear from the song. That might be just me, but that's honestly what I hear when I listen to this music. But for the most part, it just fits this dreary atmosphere of the town so well. It's really emotionally charged in that aspect, and in many forms of, well, presenting a lot of emotion for that matter. I'm not lying when I said sometimes I've traveled around the town in this game just to listen to the song. It's that good to me. And much like with this song, I usually hang around in the dorm at this point in the game just to listen to that remix of Living with Determination. Both songs are top notch in my book. And as we've seen around town, a lot of the public is talking about this whole deliverance thing about the fall and Nyx and all that stuff. So now we know the whole town is going crazy, as this woman's saying. The only gripe I have about this song, Memories of the City, is that it takes a little while for it to get started, but once it does get past that kind of long intro, then this song just gets really, really good, and I think it just builds up from that long intro. So about deliverance in the end rubs me the wrong way. Yeah, you and me both, sister. I wonder what this woman has to say. You hear many bad things these days, but never fear. The world's salvation is at hand. Oh, she's another one of these followers of this cult. Yeah, we have seen that some people are believing in this whole cult thing, while others are rejecting it. Just the way how things go sometimes, I guess, with this kind of event happening. But some things never change, as we can spend some more time in Akinari. I did get a Sun Persona in my arsenal, so we can get more points to him like always. It's kind of appropriate that the only two social links that are available to us now are of the Sun and the Moon Arcana. I find that kind of funny. Two polar opposites. So, I'd like you to congratulate me. As of today, I'm a free individual. Really now, did you finish that story? No, not quite yet. Almost though. I just got back from the hospital. They were going to admit me, but not anymore. And I guess my body is too weak to undergo surgery, so I refuse any medication as well. So much for the hospital, right? I think he's kind of accepting that though. Now I'm just waiting for the end. But I don't feel like I'm the only one being singled out anymore. Everyone is waiting to die if you think about it. Some just have longer to wait than others. But once the time comes, it's the same for us all. I'm still a little lonely, but I'm not sad anymore. I want to remember what you look like, Makoto-san. Unbelievable. I kinda like to think that this guy may have gone through the 5 stages of grief about his death, or impending death. He said he's finally accepted his fate, but at the very least he completed that story. I hope he gets to share it with us. Very, very soon though. And now we're at rank 9 with Akinari's social link. Oh man. Thank you. I'm a little bit tired today. The story is almost done, so I can show it to you soon. I'll be waiting to see that Akinari. Just hang in there a little longer. Hey, Goro. Wonder if he's aware about this whole cult thing as much as we are. I'm pretty sure everyone's just saying the same thing about this cult, so that's nothing new now. So I guess we're gonna call it quits for today. We did get some social league business in, but we still have a bit of a winter break to go. So it might take another episode or two before this break wraps up and we have to go back to school. So next time, we're gonna continue to spend our winter break hanging out with our social leagues, primarily with Nozomi. Until we meet again, farewell for now.